just to reiterate, we're not advocating for anything at all. We're not advocating for illegal immigration at all. We're just giving a simple viewpoint as to why this issue remains an issue and what we can do about it. So just to summarize, the wall idea is very expensive. Deporting immigrants can put some ethical complications into not just the families, but also to businesses as well and communities. It's like the path to citizenship, not an easy solution. Deporting immigrants, not a best solution when it comes to replacing the skill shortage that we have. And not all immigrants come here legally by physical force via the fence. It's also overstaying their visas or just through a special circumstance that they've overstayed their welcome or they're using up all their privileges. But anyways, before we end the show, what is something you would like to say to the listeners out there, Joseph?
I'd say the main thing is don't dismiss anyone when you're having a conversation, because that's what's been separating our country the most, is our lack of wanting to listen to other people. I've had great conversations with people who have considered themselves conservative, Democrat, but whenever someone says what their belief is and you automatically shut yourself out, you're just developing a problem that's making people want to talk less and less about the issues that are directly in front of us. So the main thing is just be open and be ready to listen to criticism and be ready to give it out as well.
Right. And with that, I say we are running out of time. Like I said, we're running out of time. Thanks for coming to the show with me. And with that, I think we'll just say good. See you all soon. And have a great day. This is the Untapped Resources, and this is our discussion on immigration. I'm your host, Hightower, with my guest, Joseph Kasaka, and we'll see you all soon in next week. See you soon.
It's time to dim the lights, tell the neighbors, wake the kittens, and set your receiver to kpsu.org on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Get ready for a momentary lapse of reason, a radio almanac. Audio essays, guests, live music, retrocasts, interviews, local tidbits, and everything in between in 3 20-minute blocks every week. Join him and his radio almanac live at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays.
KPSU and PSPS present the 5th annual KPSU Cruise on April 29th. Dance the night away with Adventure Galley, the Lower 48, and Dr. Bertram aboard the Portland Spirit. Tickets are $10 with student ID and $15 general admission. Buy your tickets at portlandstate.universitytickets.com, the PSU box office, or at the dock. Like KPSU on Facebook for more information.
Do you or someone you know have unmet healthcare needs? If so, the students of Oregon Health and Science University will host the annual Healthcare Equity Week Health Screening Fair at O'Brien Square in downtown Portland on Sunday, April 24th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. OHSU students and faculty will provide medical screenings, dental care, hearing and vision checks, diabetes tests, social services, haircuts, insurance enrollment guidance, and more, all free of charge and regardless of health insurance status. Please join us for the Healthcare Equity Week Health Screening Fair hosted by OHSU on April 24th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at O'Brien Square in downtown Portland. For more information, visit www.ohsu.edu/SOM.
Tune in to Plate of Shrimp with DJ Germs every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. PST, streaming worldwide at kpsu.org, playing everything from disco and house to punk, hardcore, and alternative 80s and 90s. Each Tuesday we will dive into a new genre or theme. Let's boogie.
Hi, children. It's a real pleasure to be here. I'm filled with exuberance, and boy, are my arms tired. Luckily, this is KPSU, Portland's college radio, broadcasting since 1994 and streaming worldwide 24 hours a day. It could be your only solace in this sick, sad world if you weren't going to go home and drink a cup of cyanide tea.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I am doll eyes, doll mouth, doll legs. I am doll arms, big veins, doll babe. Yeah, they really want you.
Once again, this is DJ Rochelle here on KPSU, Portland's college radio station. We're streaming worldwide 24/7 at www.kpsu.org. You can check out all of our shows on the website, as well as find us on all of the apps. There's an app on the Google Play Store. That's the official KPSU app. You can also find us on the TuneIn app for any Apple product. And, of course, I got to remind you guys that we've been broadcasting since 1994 on the Portland State campus, and the views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent KPSU, Portland State University, or any of the participating affiliates. So, therefore, listener discretion is advised. All right, you've all been warned. Enough warning. Let's play some music. We've got live in the studio, ready to perform for you on Live Friday, The Shrike. Here they are.
What did you expect? It's supposed to be fun. Unlock a cage, electrify. But something's not right here. Too sharp, too fast. Why am I trembling? I don't understand the thoughts I'm thinking. Please don't leave me alone. Sounds that used to soothe you now just confuse you. Turn it off, I want it. I'm your guiding star, but I'm hidden in the same fog. I'm your guiding star, but I'm hidden in the same fog. Both of us are lost. How can I save you? Hang on to my voice, and I'll keep talking. Only my words will break your fall. The blind now lead the blind. Oh, I'm your guiding star, but I'm hidden in the same fog. too far up ahead. We'll hit the wall and we may see. Whoa, I'm your guiding star, but I'm hidden in the same fog. I'm your guiding star, but I'm hidden in the same fog. I'm your guiding star, but I'm in the same fog. I'm your guiding star, but I'm in the same fog. That was Fall in Line, or sorry, Turn It Off. This next one is The Great Silence. After his gun speaks, comes the great silence. After his gun speaks, comes the great silence. Jack a man behind a horse till the names are given. Kill them once you get them. Before you they are driven. Crazed leader laughs in a fog of sickness. Never question him, thinking's not your business. Since when are wolves afraid of wolves? After his gun speaks, comes the great silence. After his gun speaks, comes the great silence. He walks to the final stand with no room to miss. Everything according to the law. Only bullets will solve this. Metal casings fall on wood planks. Bodies drop like dreams upon awakening. Since when are wolves afraid of wolves? Wherever he goes, the silence of death follows. For all we know, he is the devil. Build up, break down. down, hard crusted from the inside out. Pull me over, leg space. I still lay my emotional face. Scar tissue running deep, coating sin-filled memories. Blended wounds begin to seep. Rip them open, let them bleed. Scar tissue running deep, coating sin-filled memories. Feel my wounded heart to keep, pushing forward, taking that lead. Day in, day out, festered pain hollow throughout. Sip my drink, hold my tongue, never sharing where I've come from. Regret not, regret no, go onward, pacing it slow. Stand strong, walk tall, building armor to conquer it all. Scar tissue running deep, coating sin-filled memories. Blended wounds begin to seep. Rip them open, let them bleed. Scar tissue running deep, coating sin-filled memories. Feel my wounded heart to keep, pushing forward, taking that lead. Tissue running deep, coating sin-filled memories. Blended wounds begin to seep. Rip them open, let them bleed. Scar tissue running deep, coating sinful memories. Feel my wounded heart to keep, pushing forward, taking that lead. Oh. Oh, oh. Thank you. That was Scar Tissue. This next one is Chase the Sun. Chasing the sun down, never to be seen again. Quietly spellbound, content within the silence. Live from the tomorrow, never looking back, chasing the sun down. Fences were crossed, treasure stolen, endless miles deep within the trance. No one will know each discovery, drinking a breath and leave it far behind. Dream of tomorrow, never looking back, chasing the sun down. Breaks into darkness, sleep takes the wheel, healing ourselves in a town with no name. Everything foreign, dreams of home, till the sun leads us again and again and again and again. Chasing the sun, chasing the sun, chasing the sun, chasing, yeah. Dream of tomorrow, never looking back, chasing the sun down. Sunk myself here, breathing in the dust, sweat to the soil, wrapped in my blanket, blanket of dirt. 100 hours I've been thinking, just spinning at the bottom of our time. Trade some dirt away just so I can see. You must leave me here, but first uncover me. Scrape the dirt away just so I can see. You must leave me here, but first uncover Stars in dark skies won't lead me back. Lead me back home. Spun off once again, but I'll ride out the fear. There is no reason to be scared, and there is no pain. Scrape the dirt away just so I can see. You must leave me here, but first uncover me. Scrape the dirt away just so I can see. You must leave me here, but first uncover me. Spinning in the surface of the earth, thinking my one thought. Never wanna leave here, never wanna leave here, never wanna leave here. You must leave me here, but first uncover me. Oh, scrape the dirt away just so I can see. You must leave me here, but first uncover me. Sunk myself here. That was Spun. This next one is Nomad.
The nomad passes far in the distance. His rapid pace betrays his calm. He needs only a protected slumber before continuing on further. Sustenance and stretch. The lonely road becomes his God, his only companion, his only witness. As he worships the dreaded lines, the lines need him to remain within, and he needs the lines to live. There is only enough time to change into who you think he is before he arrives. But he will always get there, driving with his eyes closed, never to be seen again.
The lonely road becomes his God.
We have one more for you. This is Fall in Line. Father curses me to sleep, and the day will never see her. Couldn't figure how to keep a lover and a mother and a woman that would never fall in line. Fall in line, fall in line. Drummer boy can't keep the beat. Sergeant's fury has no rhythm. Hobbles on his broken feet. He'll grow to death before he ever learns to fall in line. Fall in line, fall in line. see on the street. It's cold and tight to fight the system. Easier to drink than eat. He's down by law, for him it's far too late to fall in line. 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 Fall in line.
Awesome. All right, stay tuned. The Shrike will be chatting with me live here in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to thank the people that helped make this station possible.
This hour of music on KPSU is sponsored in part by Lagunitas Brewing Company. You can find out all about their unique brews and other brewery happenings online at lagunitas.com. That's LAGUNITAS.com. Glad to support KPSU Radio, Lagunitas Brewing Company, keeping the pub in public broadcasting.
Serving up guitar goodies since 1996. It's the Guitar Shop on KPSU Radio. Wednesdays 4 to 6 p.m. Rock, jazz, blues, experimental, classical. It's all here on the Guitar Shop, Wednesdays 4 to 6 p.m. on KPSU.
KPSU and PSPS present the 5th annual KPSU Cruise on April 29th. Dance the night away with Adventure Galley, the Lower 48, and Dr. Bertram aboard the Portland Spirit. Tickets are $10 student ID and $15 general admission. Buy your tickets at portlandstate.universitytickets.com, the PSU box office, or at the dock. Like KPSU on Facebook for more information.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent KPSU, Portland State University, or any of our participating affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
It's time to dim the lights, tell the neighbors, wake the kittens, and set your receiver to kpsu.org on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Get ready for a momentary lapse of reason, a radio almanac. Audio essays, guests, live music, retrocasts, interviews, local tidbits, and everything in between in 3 20-minute blocks every week. Join him and his Radio Almanac live at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Okay. And this is DJ Rochelle here on Live Friday with the band The Shrike. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
That was a really fun performance you put on.
Thank you, yeah.
All right, so let's make sure we've got enough mics for everyone. Can you guys go around and introduce yourselves and what you played?
My name is Jamie Lynn. I'm the vocalist and electric violinist.
My name is The Craw, and I'm the lead guitarist.
Hello, this is Darren. I'm the drummer.
And my name is Roya, and I play bass.
How did you guys get together as a band? Like, how did this all start?
Actually, it's interesting. It goes way, way back. Darren and I were in elementary school at the same time. Actually, we went to the same elementary school, but we didn't know each other then. We actually met in about 2007 or so, and I know Darren had drummed a lot in a bunch of bands, and I was just messing around in my home studio, and then one day we heard Jamie karaokeing and went, oh my God, we have to do something. And we kind of had the plan to get a band together and just do a show at Burning Man and play a couple shows at Burning Man. And by the time we were rehearsed and ready and had written enough songs to go and do that, we played a couple sets there, which were great. And then we said, this is gonna be awesome. So let's keep doing this. And then we've just started coming back, and we kind of started storming Portland.
What song were you karaokeing?
Oh God, they probably have better memory than me, but Pat Benatar, "Love Is a Battlefield" is a good one. Guns N' Roses, "Sweet Child of Mine," that was a favorite of mine. So probably one of those. Oh, Great Gig in the Sky. Yes, I did that. That was really fun. Yeah. I did that.
And how did you meet your bass player?
Roya, Darren, you should tell that story.
Actually, Roya, how about you tell the story?
Well, basically, like, I had known of the Shrike for like a while, and but I only ever really talked to Darren. And then they had just played a show with my boyfriend's band, and then they needed a bass player to go on tour with them. So they asked my boyfriend. He couldn't do it, so he told me, "Oh, you should message Darren and do it," because my previous band had just broken up, and I was really torn up about it, and I was going to quit music forever. But then that did not happen. So
I'm sure they're all relieved to hear that. Okay, shifting gears a little bit. Let's talk about musical backgrounds, because you guys have quite an age range here.
We do. We have decades of 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. So we span a lot of years.
Chronologically, anyway, not emotionally.
Right. Yeah, a lot of different backgrounds. Jamie Lynn here. My favorite, I grew up really loving pop, Michael Jackson. And I also grew up playing classical music through orchestra. So a lot of Mozart and stuff influenced that too. But loved pop music and rock. Pat Benatar. Oh, Pat Benatar. Yeah. Heart. Good stuff.
I am the Craw, and I grew up on Page and Plant, Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, all that. And really about the last 15, 20 years, I've been heavily into sort of the progressive rock of Porcupine Tree, Rush, Opeth, some of these kind of heavier progressive rock bands that started bringing in a lot of like just really heavy riffing into it. And so that's been a really big influence the last little bit. And over to Darren.
I have my own mic, thank you. Yeah, a lot of the same thing as Craw, because we may be about the same age. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, a lot of Led Zeppelin, a lot of Aerosmith, a lot of Rolling Stones pre-82. I'm very specific as to when I stopped liking a band. And then stuff like Tool and Metallica and Helmet, things with like heavy hitting drummers. Obviously, I like that a lot. So that's kind of my background. Roya?
Well, I grew up with some classic rock, but mostly Japanese music all the way until I was about 19. And then I discovered a band called Nightwish, and they're a symphonic metal band from Finland. And the first time I ever saw them live was when I decided that I wanted to play music.
What was it about that show that made you decide to play that?
The guitar player and his awesome moves, and I wanted to be just like him. Seriously.
So I guess that leads to another question here. When you guys watch bands play live, do you try and incorporate any part of that besides their awesome guitar moves?
I would say that we, as we started coming up, we'd look at bands that were maybe a little bit above us doing and kind of like, hey, what are they doing? But it's in terms of kind of the whole band presentation. What are they doing in terms of the stage show? What are they doing with their lights? So we had Jamie create this cool Shrike light box because that's been something that's kind of set us apart a little bit. Yeah, we kind of look at other bands, kind of what are they doing? Is that good? Is that bad? Is it working for them? Some bands, have a different way of going about stuff that really works for them. So.
Yeah, we're just always looking to learn and grow and progress as musicians and individuals. I mean, there's definitely a significant difference when you go and see Rush and they have guitar techs handing Alex every single guitar for every song, pre-tuned and everything. We don't have that luxury, but someday. But yeah, until then, we just work on fine-tuning our technique, timing, performance, and we've come a long way in the 3.5 years that we've been playing together, but we have a lot further to go, too, so.
When I see a show, it's kind of like homework. Like I'm almost not enjoying it the way I'm supposed to. I'm watching it for the technical stuff of are they using a fog machine? What are the lights doing? Is that light helping the mood of that song? Is it not? Are they talking every song? Are they not talking at all? Are they being super theatrical? Are they being really dramatic? Are they just rocking out? Are they touching the crowd's hands? Are they giving things out? Just all that. I'm taking notes on that because like some of it I don't want to do, and some of it I do. But it's cool to watch everybody from every level, even bands that have just played one show, see what they're doing. They might be ahead of us in some way, and we can learn from them. So it's awesome.
Yeah, and as the singer, I feel like I start looking around at the leads and what they're doing when there's a different instrument solo, or how they connect with the audience, and kind of develop that way. Because it's not just about, yes, it's definitely about the music. That's the primary purpose, but it's also about giving a whole performance and experience and entertainment to the audience and connecting. And we love connecting with each other on stage. We get that feedback a lot. We're always interacting with each other energetically on stage. So yeah, little hard here, but we did it. It was great.
Tell me a little bit about what band practice is like. What's the interaction there?
I suppose that would start off as to whether or not I arrive cranky.
You need to eat first.
And typically, for a band practice, there's kind of going to be two ways. When we're prepping for a show, we come in, we run through the set, find any problem areas, and then just kind of like hammer out any little issues that we're hearing, any timing issues or confusions that we're having, and figure out set flow, figure out how that's going to work. When we're kind of in a rehearsal mode, otherwise, we incorporate warming up with some songs, and then we work on new material. We're going to be heading into the studio this July in the summer to record our second release. So right now, rehearsal is kind of get in, rehearse, prepare for the show, and oh my God, now we have to write some new tunes.
We're going to be recording with Kevin Hahn over at Opal Studio. Love that guy. He recorded, mixed, and mastered our first album, self-titled The Shrike, and he'll be doing the same thing for our second release.
How would you compare the first album to what you anticipate for the second album?
I would say that the first album was a bit of an interesting mix because we had all pulled all our influences from all these places, and we ended up with some really interesting songs that had gypsy influence, all kinds of stuff. This next release, I feel like we've kind of solidified into a bit of a very sort of quick-paced, kind of almost an 80s feel on this second album, whereas the first album harkened more to the 70s. And I think that would be kind of the main difference.
So you think the third will then go into the 90s? You never know.
I like the definite maybe on that. All right, just to make sure we get everyone talking here, because I think bass player, you're a little quiet over here. I'm going to put the spotlight on you. Tell me about the first time you picked out an instrument. What was it, and what did you learn to play?
I honestly am not sure what the first thing was that I played or the first thing that I learned, but it was obviously a guitar. It was probably my sister's really old guitar that she wasn't even using anymore. But honestly, I'm not really sure. I taught myself so many songs early on. I don't know. It was weird. It was mostly metal.
So do you remember the first metal album you bought?
Oh, gosh, who knows? But after the first time I saw Nightwish, I immediately bought all of their albums, like right away. So I don't know. Probably I know back in like middle school or high school, I bought Metallica. But I think that's all I remember of that.
You don't remember which Metallica album?
It was the Black Album, of course.
Okay, good. I can still respect you now. Okay, so for the rest of the band here, you want to tell me about the first time you picked up an instrument and what you played?
My first instrument, first off, I was singing ever since I knew that I could sing, which I didn't even know if I knew what it was, but I would sing a lot. But my first actual play instrument, my mom had an old keyboard and a book of Christmas carols, and I taught myself how to read music and play Christmas carols on the keyboard. So that was my main first physical instrument. And then they bought me a karaoke machine when I was in second grade, I believe, and it lasted maybe a couple years because I broke it using it so much.
Yeah, this is the craw. My first instrument was an old factory second silver tone Sears acoustic guitar that I got from my uncle when I was like 9. He had got it in Germany in the service, brought it back, and one day I think he'd had a few beers and he just said, "Here, you can have this." I went, "Really?" Oh my God. And yeah, that was pretty much it. By 2 or 3 years later, I was popping my way through a bunch of folk songs and stuff.
Ooh, folk songs. What type of folk songs were you playing?
Well, remember, this was the 70s, so...
What, Willie Nelson? Or?
Like, my folks were into classical and jazz, but, like, for folk, it was, like, Simon and Garfunkel. I was a big Lightfoot fan when the record, the Edmund Fitzgerald, came out. That was the first album I bought. Yeah, so it would be that kind of stuff. Just a lot of that. And then when I was 12, I hit the Beatles, and it's all different.
So the first thing I played was piano, and I played it for a long time, like 7 years. You might not think that, but my parents had me in lessons, played piano. I think I played Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. That was my final achievement. And then I was probably, I played from maybe 12 to 13. No, I'm sorry, 7 to 13. And then at 13, what's happening, right? Puberty. So I think I heard Led Zeppelin and everything else, and I went, the piano, I just want to rock more. And granted, you can rock in the piano, Elton John, Tori Amos, blah, 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 but I didn't want to do that, so I just wanted to switch to drums. And thank my parents, who are probably listening. Thank you, both of you. They bought me a drum set at age 16, beat the hell out of it, started my first band, played and haven't stopped. So it's been 25, 30 years. Good Lord. Okay, I'm done.
But yeah, parents supporting early
Thank
musicianship. Yeah, squealing violin is not fun to listen to. Banging drums, not fun to listen to. So thank you all the parents out there who support musicians.
Speaking of that violin, you started, well, actually, you've got 2 different violins going on here. One glows in the dark, apparently.
Yes. Yeah.
And one is just a very cool, like, Purple Rain purple.
Yeah, I have a clear acrylic violin made by Equester Instruments over in Poland. It lights up in 7 different colors, custom made. And I have an Abridge Aquila 4-string violin made over in the UK. That's more of a studio quality professional violin. Color changes with the paint. I love it. Never thought I'd be playing electric violin back when I was in orchestra and stuff. So it's great.
What introduced you to electric versus the orchestra type?
Well, when I was in high school, I went to Boise High School, and they had a really stellar orchestra program. And there were some violinists who did bring in electric violins for specific performances and solos. And I remember playing on one for a country fiddle solo one time. And that was really my only exposure. And then as we started this band, we thought how incorporating a violin into rock music is very non-traditional. And so I started looking at all these different videos of electric violinists and seeing all the different possibilities and playing with different effects. And there it is. We're still working on it today. So
yeah, pedals are addictive.
Yes. I need more of them, please.
If you guys could create a wish list of all the gear you would love to get, what would be the top of the list?
Are we
like
tour bus? Honestly, yeah, tour bus is number 1. That would help a lot. For me personally, I would love more wireless capabilities and pedals, in-ear monitoring systems for everyone. That's just me.
Obviously, I'm the guitar player, so I have a pedal addiction. I actually plan to rebuild the whole damn thing over the next year with one of these sort of electronic switching brains that can remember all the stuff. And yeah, that's probably it for me. Just getting more control over sort of the sound and electronics. Texture is really important to me in the songs, and especially in the studio. So for me, having a lot of tonal controls and ways to just make every guitar not sound exactly the same. It's great.
Tour bus, probably. We've done a couple small tours, and oh my God, a tour bus would help immensely. Drums, I mean, I think I'm good. Possibly cymbals or a better sampler so I could have more sounds to plug in and make it recreate the album tracks, or just do other cool things like the trumpet solo. Often we'll have that person, Joe Good, come to our show and perform that live. When he can't, or when we're on the road, I play it from there. So if we had more memory and a bigger thing, I could do more dramatic things. So maybe that, but I think, I'm pretty good. I don't need a whole lot more.
Well, I definitely agree with Jamie about the wireless capabilities. That would definitely come in handy a lot, because you can only, if the stage is really big, you can only do so much with a cable. And then there are definitely like better amps out there than the one that I have. And then I think it would also be really cool to get basically the same bass that I have, but like custom made so that it's better. Because I've noticed a lot of people like any hella pro famous musicians who have that same bass will hit. Theirs is probably custom made. You know what I mean? So it probably sounds better. All of that.
Well, speaking of the tour bus that you guys want, any fun tour stories?
Yeah, well. So at the end of we had the Nomad tour last fall, and we're going to be having another tour this upcoming fall in October. We were at a gas station filling up, and it was near the end of our tour, and the Craw was in a top hat and his dapper attire, and I was in my mini skirt fishnets looking like a rocker too, and we got stopped by someone who was filling their gas, and they're like, what are you guys? Who are you? We're like, well, we're the Shrike, we're a band. Gave him our info, and as he was pulling out of the gas station, he said, I'm listening to Blue Nails on Spotify, rock on! So that was really cool.
Also, that same day, like an hour or two earlier, we went to a donut store or something like that to get donuts, and everybody was staring at us the entire time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, attention grabbers.
Yeah.
We're almost out of time, so I want to make sure we get time to plug all the upcoming stuff and where people can find your music.
Yeah, first off, we just released a brand new music video filmed and directed by our friend John Tucker. You can find it on our YouTube channel. Our upcoming shows tomorrow, we are traveling to Bend. Yes, Silver Moon Brewery in Bend, Oregon tomorrow. We also have the Anarchy Radio's 4th birthday celebration at Dante's on May 7th that we are playing at. That's going to be really fun. Playing Portland Pride this year, and more to come after that.
Where is the best place for people to find your music?
You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, pretty much all the digital distribution you'll find us on. You can go to theshrikemusic.com. You can go to Reverb Nation/The Shrike Music and find us on all those spots. Please do.
We're on Facebook too. You can find us there.
If they want
Instagram and Twitter and all that.
If they want to find about upcoming shows, where's the best place to look?
Probably Facebook is going to be our best thing. Connect with us there. If you happen to be a person who's not on Facebook, just check out Reverb Nation. Look us up on our events page, and you'll see all the groovy stuff.
Cool.
If you wanted to buy an actual physical CD, like back in the day, you can go to Music Millennium on Burnside and 28th, I think. They're great.
Very cool. Anything else you guys want to make sure we mention?
We are the Shrike. We're here to blow stuff up.
Can I get a quick station ID from you? The Shrike listening to KPSU?
We are the Shrike, and you're listening to KPSU.
Okay.
We are the Shrike, and you're listening to KPSU.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, it's Courtney John, and you're locked into DJ Shortchange and KPSU.org. Reggae Revelation, Sunday at 8 to 10 p.m. Courtney John said that. The whole place a boy. DJ Shortchange.